situation in the Gulf of Mexico that has the potential to cause some problems along our coast. And we're gonna break it down for you here in a second.
But first, let's take a look at what's happening around the world.
The Hurricane Center is busy again, this time with two areas of interest in the Atlantic Basin. One is an old Hurricane Fiona, which is now a post-tropical cyclone. It's going to continue to move north and eventually merge with another system to become a nor'easter.
So that has gotten
Not be a problem for Nova Scotia up into Newfoundland and then also over towards the Gulf of St. Lawrence.
But the big news is, what's happening back here? We have an area of interest. An outbreak of vampires.
No, I'm not kidding.
This is a real thing.
We've got an area of disturbed weather near the Yucatan Peninsula and northern Honduras.
And it has a 70% chance within the next 2 days of developing something we can officially call a tropical depression or storm. Now, that might not sound like a big deal, but here's why it could be a big deal. Not only is it close to home, but if it were to develop, this would be our first named storm of the season. And you might remember last year we had a very active hurricane season. Well, this would be the first step in what could be another very active season. Remember, we're in the peak of hurricane season.
The hot spots are really starting to develop out there.
And if we get a named storm this soon, it could be an indication of what's to come. So what's the latest? What are we looking at here? Let's show you. Here's the latest satellite imagery.
You see that blob off the Yucatan? That is our area of interest.
It's slowly getting its act together. There's a lot of wind shear out there, but it is starting to pull itself together, just enough where we can start to see some signs of convection or thunderstorm activity.
And as it moves into the southern Gulf, those conditions are going to become more favorable for it to develop.
And as I mentioned, by the end of the weekend, that will be something we can call a tropical depression or storm.
Here's the European model.
It shows that development kind of happening right along the coast of northern Honduras, moving into the Western Caribbean and then eventually coming into the Gulf. Now, that's one model. Let's look at another one. This is the American model.
It takes a little longer for that development to happen.
Notice it's Monday afternoon before it really gets going. But once it does, it follows a similar track to the European model right around Cuba, maybe a little bit closer to the Florida Keys and then into the Southern Gulf. Now, it's still too early to talk about specifics. We don't know exactly what track it's gonna take, how strong it's gonna get, but we do know that sometime next week, we are gonna be dealing with some sort of tropical system in the Gulf, so make sure you stay tuned. We will keep you updated as we learn more.